Hello friends, welcome or welcome back. Today I want to take a look at how generational trauma has shaped Shane Dawson as a person and has recently kind of taken the driver's seat in his career. But before that, I want to talk to you about Firmoo Optical. Yeah, the sponsor of this video. That's right. They reached out to me and they were like, "Hello, Kalela, would you like some free glasses?" And I was like, "Yeah, please, thanks. What else?" They said it's real simple. You pick whatever glasses you want. We'll send them to you. You talk about them on your channel. Give your viewers a coupon code. Coupon? Who am I? You can get a free pair of glasses with just the price of shipping. Let's be honest. You know how expensive glasses are, right? It's an amazing deal. What can I say? I'm gonna show you which frames I got, and I'll tell you how you can get your free pair of glasses for just the cost of shipping. It's so easy, and they have such nice stuff on their website. So the glasses that I ordered came in this case. It's really cute. It says Firmoo right there. Really hope I'm saying Firmoo? Firmoo. Hear me. I don't know how to say it. Firm. Ooh. Can't say that on the internet. Madagascar, Australia. I'm gonna open this up, put on these glasses, and see if we can find where P. Sherman lives. Shall we? They're beautiful. No other frames stood a chance the second that I saw these ones. Are you ready? I'll stop teasing. Da 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 da. They are rainbow, baby. We stand, quite frankly. Alright, so naturally you can only see the lights because I'm in the makeup department, you guys. I don't know what I'm doing. These are cute, right? I really, really like them. If I'm getting a free pair of glasses, I might as well branch out a little bit, you know. I've been trying to gain a new perspective, a new outlook on things. So why not see in screaming color, as Taylor Swift would say. Anyway, these frames, I'm obsessed with them, and I can't wait for people to be like, "I love your glasses," and I'll be like, "Thanks. You can get them for free by using coupon code," which is on the screen right now, and it is listed down below for my visually impaired homies in the description. So now I'm going to do a cheesy montage of myself with these glasses while I tell you about the company. Firmoo is your one-stop optical destination for customized eyewear services and professional prescription advice. Founded in 2009 by a group of opticians and designers on the belief that eyewear should be trendy, not spendy, they grew from the desire to give everyone around the world the convenience of receiving professional eye care at an affordable price. Holy cow! Oh wow, I'm running out of breath. I'm not an actor, can you tell? Kudos to actors, and also go to firmoo.com for your free pair of glasses. Alright, so now that I've shown you these beautiful, amazing frames, I've honestly never felt more beautiful in my life. I'm gonna put on some makeup while I talk to you about what generational trauma can sometimes look like, and the cautionary tale that is Shane Dawson and his downward spiral as of late. The satisfying sounds of summer, am I right? Oh, before we get started, I would like to let you know that A, this is not in any way an endorsement of Shane Dawson and his friends or his behavior, and B, huge content warning, huge trigger warning for childhood sexual assault and grooming and exploitation, I guess. If you get triggered and you know that, please take care of yourself and don't watch this video. There are many other videos on my channel that I think you could benefit from and enjoy, but this will not be one of them unless you're feeling strong today, but please take care of yourself. Okay, onward. Something that I've noticed with Shane Dawson that Gabby Hanna also tends to do is they label themselves as empaths. And now, to me, empaths exist. I truly do believe in that. People can feel other people's emotions when they walk into the room, and people can really identify with other people. And I think that's a beautiful thing. However, to me, the self-proclaimed empath is a massive red flag to me personally, and here's why. So something that Gabby and Shane both do semi-regularly is remind people how empathetic they are and how kind they are. I think there's a difference between recognizing that you're an empathetic person or that you are an empath, quote unquote. The self-proclaimed empath tends to value the label of empath more than the action of being empathetic. This microphone is casting quite a shadow on my face. I just feel like he loves to tell us that he's empathetic and kind and great, but doesn't love to show us. He loves to show off. He loves to flex his wealth, and then also talk about how poor and not wealthy he is, and how I still shop at Walmart and I'm still so relatable. And I really feel like the traumatized and wounded inner child will always seek validation. That's something that I learned in therapy. Still have to remind myself every single day. It's okay to seek validation, but it's important to question your motives when you're actively working on healing your childhood trauma. And it's hard to heal your inner child. Let me tell you, I do believe that Shane has gone to therapy. I would hope so. Don't quote me on that, but he lives in a mansion. He can afford to go to therapy, and I really think he should. I don't think he has done the work, as they say, because if he had, he would not have gone on Instagram Live when he was watching Tati's video for the first time, presumably, and he wouldn't have had a meltdown and called her a manipulator and deflected, and we'll get into it. In this Instagram live stream that he did while watching Tati's Breaking My Silence video, he had quite an intense reaction to her stating that she was a survivor of sexual assault, and he rolled his eyes and was like, oh my god, and it sounded like he was about to tell her to shut up, and then he said, you're being manipulative, you're fake crying, I was molested. And that really stood out to me, the whole I was abused thing. Sometimes when we're not healed from our trauma and we're still seeking that validation that, yeah, what happened to us was wrong and it should not have happened, there's a tendency to overreact because complex trauma makes it very, very difficult to identify your emotions as they're happening. For example, here's a personal anecdote. I got really embarrassed recently, and normally I would have gone off the deep end, but I was able to recognize this giant feeling that I have and all of this anxiety. I know where it's coming from. It stems from embarrassment. So I was able to let my body panic and live through the trauma that was flying around in my head, because that's just the name of the game with complex PTSD. You just get triggered, and that's what happens. But it's a lot easier to manage it and to kind of bring down your reaction from way up here to a more reasonable level and kind of keep a clear-ish head if you can identify the emotions that you're feeling. But I don't think that Shane had the kind of upbringing where anything made sense. Let me tell you why. There are allegations against him regarding some activity involving children. I'm not going to get into specifics, so please don't worry about that. Something was made abundantly clear to me. He was not raised in a healthy environment, period. And I can tell you that 100% for sure, because one of the videos that I saw recently was a video of Shane and his mother on one of those like video chat roulette type of websites, and they were speaking to a very clearly underage girl, presumably, asking her to do things that were not appropriate, and then she did the inappropriate things, and Shane's mother clapped and smiled and was delighted and said, "Good girl," and praised her. And if you're wondering, that is inappropriate behavior coming from an adult. And if you're wondering if it was appropriate when it happened to you as a child, the answer is absolutely not. I don't want to talk about any of the Jeffrey stuff and any of the race issues, but I am going to make it very clear right now that for me personally, racism is a deal breaker in a friendship. And for me personally, I believe that is what's right. Moving on. In his taking accountability video, he did not take accountability. What he actually did was explain that he sees what he did and he knows that it was wrong. Good, on the right track. But then he uses trauma as a shield and a way to deflect any accountability away from himself. It was his family that was weird and set him up for that because he apologized to his aunt for the way he spoke and behaved with his cousin in a video. I think it was his aunt. Please don't quote me on any of this. Allegedly, in my opinion. Stephanie Harlow, are you proud of me? And he was met with, oh, that's just how our family is. That's just our sense of humor. While that is valid and was likely a traumatic way to be raised, and I am so sorry, I know Shane Dawson is never going to watch this, but anybody who was raised in a situation like that, if it haunts you today, I'm sorry. And if it doesn't, thank goodness it doesn't, dude. My point is that he was sexualized from a young age, yes, but he is not at a young age anymore. Emotionally, we still need to develop. We have to catch up because our brains have been traumatized and injured, and emotions and handling them and interacting with people, it's difficult, but you have to do the work. You have to at least try. You can't do it until you're ready, but for goodness sake, please start trying to get ready because healing is possible. And once you get it, once it clicks, it's like riding a bike. It's like muscle memory, which is exactly what trauma is, really. You're just reprogramming it and strengthening a different muscle to kind of raise the roof, I guess. I don't know what that was. Oh, I should keep doing my makeup. I'll put eyebrows on next. Something important. If you take anything from this video, please let it be that manipulation and abuse is not always intentional. I'll say it again. Manipulation and abuse is not always intentional. Nobody thinks they're the bad guy. Nobody goes to bed scheming and laughing maniacally at night going, I'm so bad. It's never felt so good to be so bad. Nobody knows that they're the villain in your story, which means that you don't know how you're the villain in somebody else's story. And something that I have found with myself personally is that in any situation, whether I am in danger or not, whether I am being criticized or not, I am always looking for an escape route. I'm always looking for the ways that I can protect myself. It's just how we're programmed from a young age, because when you're living in a chaotic situation and your system feels threatened, oh boy, it's gonna learn how to protect itself. And so, I think it's very important to question your motives when you are a person who is working on resolving trauma. Because something that I have found personally for myself is that you can only break the cycle if you're willing to notice the patterns. And it can be painful to look within yourself and try to notice hazardous or unhealthy or toxic patterns in your own thoughts and behaviors. But that's, in my opinion, what being a human is. We're all here to learn, and we all have something to offer to the world. But I also deeply, deeply believe that until you start to live your truth in all ways. I'm gonna sound like a hippie, but if you're doing everything with love in your heart, kindness, and the desire to just learn something today, I guess, it's possible to break the cycle of abuse. It's possible to break the cycle of generational trauma. Something else that I'd like to point out is that while I would love to see Teresa held accountable for her actions, in these videos and in Shane's childhood, I'm sure it's important to note that generational trauma is passed down. So I don't know what this woman had going on in her life when she was younger or when Shane was younger, but I think it would be reasonable to expect there to be some wicked trauma in her past. Once again, that doesn't have to be intentional. Everybody is doing the best they can with what they have. And I truly believe that. He said he was willing to lose everything over this. And then the second he almost lost something, he had a very public meltdown over it. And I just, even if that is him being triggered and having a trauma reaction, that does not justify the behavior. And this is not an endorsement of Shane Dawson, but oh boy, is it an endorsement of therapy. And Firmoo Optical! Thank you so much for watching. My dog has decided to come in. It's like she knows I'm just about to be done recording. How does she know? She's a service dog. She's specially trained to be in tune with me. Duh. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you decide to pick up a pair of glasses from Firmoo.com, let me know which ones you get, because they have some really, really nice stuff. It was over for all the rest of them the second I saw these guys, but you know, my camera's gonna die now, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to be kind to yourself and others today, and I will see you very soon.